The 24 Filial Exemplars, also translated as the 24 Paragons of Filial Piety, is a classic text of Confucian filial piety written by Guo Jujing during the Yuan dynasty. The text was extremely influential in the medieval Far East and was used to teach Confucian moral values. Authorship. The text is generally attributed to Guo Jujing, but other sources suggested two other possible authors or editors, Guo Jujing and Guo Jujing. History. Some of the stories in the 24 Filial Exemplars were taken from other texts such as the Shaozi Yuan, Yuan Leiju, imperial readings of the Taiping era, and In Search of the Supernatural. There were earlier precedents of the 24 Filial Exemplars. A Buddhist bian titled Shi Xiao Yazuoan, which was among the manuscripts discovered in Dunhuang's Mogao caves, is the oldest text and text related to the 24 Filial Exemplars. During the Southern Song dynasty, the artist Zhao Zigu drew painting Shi Xiao Shu Huihebi about the 24 Filial Exemplars. During the Yuan dynasty, the scholar Xi Yingfang mentioned in Gui Chaoji that a certain Wang Dashan once praised the 24 Filial Exemplars and the classic of filial piety. During the Qing dynasty, Wu Zhangxiu mentioned in Shi Xiao Gu Ci that the 24 Filial Exemplars were very well known. After the release of the 24 Filial Exemplars, revised editions of the text and other similar works were published. Some of these include Riji Gushi Daquan Shi Xiao, New Shi Xiao, and Nan New Shi Xiao. The philologist Yang Bojan mentioned the development of the 24 Filial Exemplars in Jingshu Qiantan. After the book was compiled by Guo Jujing during the Yuan dynasty, a new illustrated edition with drawings by Wang Casio was released, and this made the book even more popular. Towards the end of the Qing dynasty, Zhang Zhidong and others edited and expanded the book and released it as Bico Tu Shuo. Evaluation. The concept of filial piety has played a strong role in Chinese culture since ancient times. There was also a tradition of filial mourning, in which a person had to temporarily put aside whatever she was doing when her parent died and mourn for 3 years. There were sayings such as, when a ruler wants a subject to die, the subject must die. When a father wants a son to die, the son must die. And a loyal subject should be sought from a family with filial sons. However, in contemporary times, some stories in the 24 Filial Exemplars are regarded as negative examples. These stories include the extreme example of Guo Ju deciding to kill his son so that he could free up his son's share of the family's food consumption to feed his mother. The negative examples also include stories in which the protagonist harms himself in the process of fulfilling filial piety, such as Wu Meng allowing mosquitoes to suck his blood in the hope that they would not bother his parents, and Wang Xiang lying naked on ice to thaw the ice so that he could catch fish for his mother. There are some stories which are heavily criticized and even deemed contrary to Confucian principles. One example is the story of Kai Shun being rewarded by the Chimay rebels for his filial piety. The story paints the rebels in a positive light when they actually violated the Confucian virtue of loyalty to one's country. Another example is the story of Laolazy behaving in a childish manner to amuse his parents. The modern writer Lu Xun said that Laolazy's story is an insult to the ancients and a bad influence on future generations. The exemplars